Now in Good Morning Northwest, it's a second chance vote in Coeur d'Alene as the district tries to keep jobs and all of its schools open. But what's at stake for homeowners?
Our thunderstorm potential is looking pretty much a sure thing. The timing and the heat coming with it coming up.
And a serious warning about the U.S. potentially hitting its debt ceiling as time is ticking. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Good morning and thanks for being with us. I'm Derek Geis.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, May 16th. Let's check out that first alert forecast with Mark. And hey, it's warm.
It is warm. It's a little muggy. We did have some rain showers downtown. That was about 15 minutes ago. Now we're seeing a dry sky for a while, and that's going to be our day. So as you're prepping your outfit for the day, just know that it's going to be shower and thunderstorm activity, and then you'll need the sunglasses for a while. Right now, 60 degrees. We do have rain showers in the area. Winds are light. We get to the Doppler, and you can see how this is moving around. We've seen, again, isolated lightning strikes that have coming around, starting to calm down now, but we're going to see this rotation, and it's going to be through the day, so there will be some nice breaks, and then it's going to be rain right on you. More thunderstorms today than we saw yesterday. They're going to be stronger, more widespread. In some of those thunderstorms, heavy rain is possible. There is a flood watch because of lowland areas and record heat moving in for the weekend. That has not changed. That forecast radar has this really firing up this afternoon. We're going to see 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Should get a break, and then we're going to see another round. That's going to be overnight into tomorrow. So over the next 12 hours, yeah, we're going to see that potential for rain showers. We're going to be into the mid-80s, but look at 2 and 6 o'clock to be around 80 degrees.
Mark, thank you. Kootenai County voters once again have the chance to decide on that $25 million supplemental levy for Coeur d'Alene Public Schools.
The levy failed in March. It's back now, but without the perpetuity factor. Destiny Richards is live at the Kootenai County Elections Department with more about what is on the ballot today.
Coeur d'Alene Public Schools is asking for levy funding to replace a 2-year supplemental levy that expires on June 30th. And this funding would provide 25% of the district's budget. According to the school district, that means it pays for employee salaries and benefits, textbooks and classroom supplies, student computers, student athletics, art and music programs, and much more. Coeur d'Alene Public Schools declared a financial emergency in April to give the district the ability to send notices to teachers and staff that may be fired if the levy doesn't pass a second time. 2 out of 4 elementary schools are at risk of closing: Bora, Ramsey, Dalton, and Bryan.
Just continuing to support the tradition of levies passing in this community for the past 40 years. Standing here at Ramsey Elementary in front of my alma mater that's at risk to close is just devastating. Our entire community is going to lose if this levy does not pass.
4 News Now spoke with supporters of the levy like Marie Nail yesterday, who say they're concerned about the impacts on the entire community, afraid they could be losing valuable teachers to neighboring states. You can still see many vote yes signs around the Lake City, but there are still people on the other side. One man, Bob Schillingstad, says the district ignored people in 2020 and claims 10% of students were taken out of the district to go to private, charter, or homeschooling in 2020 and 2021. Now for today's election, polling places open at 8 this morning and close at 8 p.m. tonight. And if you have an absentee ballot, those need to be in by 8 p.m. as well. You can go to the Kootenai County Elections Department website to see your specific polling place. And coming up, we'll talk more about this levy and how it could affect Kootenai County taxpayers if it passes. Reporting live in Coeur d'Alene, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
All right, Destiny, thanks. A standoff at an apartment complex in Post Falls ended in a surrender. Post Falls police say it started yesterday evening at East Southeast Way in North Spencer as a domestic dispute. When officers showed up, one of them thought they heard a gunshot from the apartment. That's when they called in the Kootenai County SWAT team. When the people inside that apartment refused to come out, other people living in the complex were asked to evacuate for their own safety. Negotiators eventually talked the people into coming out, and the standoff ended without injuries. Police say they did not find a weapon. A major meeting on the White House agenda this morning. The president and top House and Senate leadership are set for debt ceiling talks today.
As leaders prepare for their second face-to-face, the Treasury Secretary is doubling down on her warnings that the U.S. is at a high risk of defaulting in less than 3 weeks if the debt limit showdown continues. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk with the latest.
Robin, Derek, a live look at the White House this morning ahead of today's congressional meeting. The Treasury Secretary turning up the pressure on this latest debt limit meeting, saying even this ongoing debt ceiling impasse could put the economy and American livelihoods in jeopardy. In the run up to round 2 of debt ceiling talks, the President and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy offering opposing views on their progress. Listen to this.
I really think there's a desire on their part as well as ours to reach agreement. I think we'll be able to do it.
President Biden says that you made progress. Are you too far apart?
No. The negotiations themselves, there's nothing moved.
Staffers for the president, the speaker, and top congressional Democrats have held ongoing meetings since those leaders held face-to-face talks last week. And today, the leadership is set to meet again. Sources say they're reviewing proposals that would claw back unspent COVID-19 funds, streamline regulations for new energy projects, and impose stricter work requirements for certain federal aid programs. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen firing off another warning this week, saying that any further delay could leave the U.S. unable to pay its bills as soon as June 1st. Yellen noting that it could cause severe hardship to American families, harm a global leadership position, and raise questions about our ability to defend our national security interests. The U.S. defaulting on its debts could halt Social Security payments, leave troops unpaid, and by one forecast, leave nearly 8 million people out of work. And Secretary Yellen also cautioning that an 11th hour deal could risk serious harm to U.S. business and consumer confidence, raise short-term borrowing costs, and threaten the U.S. credit rating. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Today, state lawmakers return to Olympia to once again try and pass new drug possession legislation. Right now, in most parts of the state, law enforcement agencies have to refer anyone who is caught doing drugs to rehab services before an arrest can be made. Lawmakers tried to address the issue in April, but it failed to pass. Governor Inslee called for a special session earlier this month, saying, "My office and I have been meeting with legislators from all 4 caucuses, and I am very optimistic about reaching an agreement that can pass both chambers."
A man is in critical condition at Kootenai Health in Coeur d'Alene this morning. He was injured in an axe attack in Wallace. The Shoshone County Sheriff's Office says the man was hit in the head with the axe yesterday morning. The suspect, 39-year-old Nicholas Johnson, was found naked at the scene and was arrested. And this is an ongoing investigation. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Well, drivers using I-90 in both directions between Spokane Valley and Liberty Lake should expect some delays this week.
Crews are working on the new Kramer Parkway undercrossing. Starting at 7 tonight until 5 tomorrow morning, crews will close the right lane of eastbound I-90, followed by the left eastbound lane. Then the same thing will happen again Wednesday night, but on the westbound side. Good morning, Northwest Time is 8 minutes after 6.
All right, we're going to send things back over to Mark Peterson again. And yeah, we got some active radar.
Yeah, it's been on the move. This low is trying to get out of here, but it's going to take its time. It's going to take about 18 hours. We're going to talk more about where this rain is and when it's going to come back around. That's coming up.
It is prime time for ticks. What to watch for on your pets and yourself, and what you should do if you find one.
And another mass shooting, this time in New Mexico. What we know about the 18-year-old gunman and the victims after this break.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
Can compassion fight crime? 4 News Now rides along with a special unit of Spokane Police. The job? To find safe solutions for people in crisis. But is this approach actually protecting our community? Watch my special report Thursday, only on 4 News Now at 6.
Are you looking for ways to enhance your outdoor space? Look no further than Spokane Boys Nursery. At Spokane Boys Nursery, the goal is to help you find the materials to create the perfect addition to your yard or garden. Pavers to start your patio, the right plants to surround, larger trees and shrubs to create privacy, and the perfect water feature to complete the tranquil environment you aspire to have. So why wait? Visit Spokane Boys today to turn your backyard into a peaceful oasis.
Chula Casino is now Mr. Quack Casino Hotel. New name means new fun. In celebration of our new name and our 29th anniversary, you could win cash and 2 tickets to see George Strait at Lumen Field in Seattle. It's easy to enter. Check in at the Sun Club daily in May for an entry. The more days you check in, the more chances you have to win. Chula Casino is now Mr. Quack Casino Hotel.
I was 44, working part-time. It was my first mammogram, and they found a few cancerous places in my left breast. I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't feel sick. I didn't have a lump in my breast. There was nothing. I wasn't afraid I was going to die. My first fear was, how am I going to tell my daughter? As a result of early detection, I didn't have to do chemotherapy. I just did surgery and radiation. Was able to maintain a good quality of life, and now it's a distant memory.
Attention do-it-yourselfers. Did you know Northwest Fence sells parts and pieces to the public? They'll even put together a materials list and installation instructions too. Come see the professionals at Northwest Fence today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
It's 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A teenager went on a shooting rampage in a residential neighborhood in New Mexico, killing 3 people and wounding 2 police officers.
A responding officer shot and killed that 18-year-old. It started yesterday morning around 11 in Farmington, New Mexico. Gunfire hit multiple homes and cars as the suspect traveled a quarter of a mile through the neighborhood. The shooter's name has not been released and a motive is still unclear.
A classified all-senators briefing on Iran is set for today. It involves high-ranking officials from National Intelligence, the State Department, the Pentagon, and the Joint Chiefs of Staff. The meeting comes as the Biden administration works to bolster its defensive posture in the Persian Gulf. Iran seized 2 commercial ships there in recent weeks. Meanwhile, the Iran nuclear deal is effectively gone, and the country is reportedly the top supplier of weapons for Russia in its war in Ukraine.
Russia launched a fresh attack on Kyiv today as Ukraine claims Moscow is on the back foot. A senior Ukrainian general says Ukraine's Air Force intercepted 18 missiles launched by Russia overnight. At least 3 people were injured in the attacks. Ukraine says Russian forces are no longer capable of large-scale offensive action and are mainly on the defensive, but that Moscow is able to sustain the current rate of missile attacks.
Good morning, everybody. The 10-second takeaway, warm and muggy start. We've got the showers. We'll see sun breaks and then thunderstorm activity later on. We want you to be prepared for all of that. Be a Boy Scout today. 84 degrees. Be ready for anything.
If you plan on hiking this week, you'll want to hear this.
Yeah, experts say ticks are most active in early spring and late summer, and bites from the small insects can cause major illnesses. Jeff Weigel, is an epidemiologist in the Panhandle Health District. He says ticks are becoming more prevalent in North Idaho. Common symptoms from tick bites are flu-like symptoms such as headache, fever, and even sometimes vomiting.
Hike to the middle of the trail and put on some DEET, spray it on your clothes and allow it to dry and try to stay out of the woods.
Weigel also recommends wearing enclosed shoes, long pants, and a long sleeve shirt. After your hike, check your hair, ear, elbows, even your belly button, then take a shower right away. The expert says when you get bit by a tick, get a tweezer and try to pull that tick directly out of your skin. Gross, I know, but you got to do it. For dogs, check their fur along with their collar line and areas where their joints can bend. And you need to talk about things like Lyme disease when it comes to tick bites, so it's not stuff to mess around with. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:14.
We want to continue talking about our pets a little more, and the Tool Fire crews keep on hand to try to save our furry friends in cases of emergency. And who is pushing to get them for North Idaho crews?
And as we send you off to a commercial break, here is what your Tuesday morning looks like. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Wedney Spring Brides Day Out.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
When it's time to protect your home, call Everhart Painting, Spokane's premier painting contractor. Everhart Painting takes care of every detail and backs the results with their industry-leading warranty. Call today and receive their spring special for $500 off. Everhart Painting, your exterior repaint specialist.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Chris Tucker.
You're welcome, America. Is it true that you recently said that Chris is who you want to be when you grow up?
I didn't say it in front of him. You're embarrassing.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
Your work is your calling. It drives your days and powers your nights. But if your teeth no longer work as hard as you do, Aspen Dental is here with smile replacement solutions that work for your life. Whether it's your first step or a fast fix, you can get in today for all your denture needs, all at an affordable price. Right now, get new dentures for $30 per month per arch with 60 months financing. $1,770 total payments, including interest. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Book today.
Bill's Heating and Air, your locally owned, factory direct and voted #1 HVAC contractor, wants to become your go-to heating and air conditioning company. We offer free estimates and next-day installs. And now, we will beat any and all written estimates from any other licensed contractor. Yeah, you heard right. We will beat any other written estimate. Oh, and did I mention we have a 10-year parts and labor guarantee? Call now for your free estimate.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
Congratulations to Rathdrum, Idaho, Stubmeyer Park, and its Holt Field that's going to be rebuilt with the Diamonds and Dreams. The field needs a lot of work, and we're here to help. Diamonds and Dreams with the 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
Do you have concrete floors that look like this? Let Everhart Painting floor coating specialists transform your floors with their multi-step coating system. The finished product is spectacular. Call Everhart Painting today and receive their spring special for $500 off. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
Welcome back. 2 family dogs died in a fire that erupted in South Spokane Saturday. According to the American Veterinary Association, roughly 40,000 pets die in house fires each year.
But for years, there's been a push to bring that number down. For the better part of 15 years, Spokane fire crews have been equipped with animal oxygen masks. Fire crews link up these specialized masks with oxygen lines and apply them to animals that have been trapped in house fires. While the success rate is not 100%, it does give animals a fighting chance and can help resuscitate them if they become unresponsive.
With these devices, the way they're designed and how they go onto the anatomy, in this case of a dog, it allows us to provide 100% oxygen and ventilate a dog.
Invisible Fence, a company out of Post Falls, is making a push to implement these masks at the Kootenai County and Coeur d'Alene fire departments.
All right, we are taking a look outside once again. This is facing east from the KXOY studios, and sun's trying to come out, but there's a lot of clouds there still.
A lot of clouds, but it is warm. As you mentioned, it is muggy. It's a lot of moisture in the air.
Yeah, by the way, I put that out there that it was muggy this morning, and of course the returns from Florida were move here, and then you really know mugginess. But for us, yeah, it is a muggy start. Let's take a look at the temperatures right now. And we're sitting, again, in around 60 degrees, downtown 63, 58 Fairchild. Heading over into Idaho, you're at 59 degrees, pretty much solid. So that's the look today, this morning, with rain showers and some isolated thunderstorm activity. Now, 84 degrees for the high today. Yeah, it's going to be hot. I mean, bearing in mind that a normal high this time of year is in, well, 67 degrees today, the 30-year average. Well, overnight, we're going to get down to 58 degrees. Pretty good chance of seeing thunderstorm activity overnight as well, with some long breaks in between. So, again, we show you this dome of high pressure that is all around, but we have this little low that's just sitting here over areas of the Oregon-Washington border. It's trying to make its way out, and as it does so, that energy creating some thunderstorm activity, and really Bonners Ferry all the way over into the Colville area. We're seeing those thunderstorms active right now. Medical Lake got a bumper this morning, and we're seeing that potential continuing. And right now, it looks like if you're west of Spokane, you're going to see more sustained rain. Forecast radar has this really firing up in the afternoon, that heat of the day, and by 5, 6 o'clock, maybe a break, and then we'll see a return engagement of more thunderstorm activity that's really going to come in overnight, and we're going to see that all the way through eastern Washington and North Idaho. Now, by tomorrow afternoon, it looks like most of it will be into the Palouse, the LC Valley, and then continuing to move out of the area, and we dry out for Thursday, and things look pretty good. Highs today are going to be in the low 80s, but we're going to have temperatures mid-80s downtown and out at Spokane International Airport. That's the official high today of 84 degrees. Planning forecast, wait a minute, let me do it one more time. Planning forecast, mid-80s today, tomorrow, Thursday 87, 88 Friday for new record high there, 92 on Saturday, and a new record set there, and that is the expectation. All right, the Extreme team is getting underway. We've already had some pre-work done as, again, our hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union teaming up, and the Park and Rec, and Eric Sanger and Gunny and everyone else on that staff has been working diligently to get the top peeled off of this field so that we can go in and add the layers needed to make this a successful project. This is just one of the many things we're doing, but you can see it's going to turn out absolutely beautiful. And on-site landscape, we get the all-star mix from them. That's going to be brought in several truckloads. About 90 ton of dirt is going to be brought in, and we're going to start building that field. And we're going to add new bases and new home plates and new pitching rubbers to all 3 fields. Wow. And that's going to start along with re-siding the concession stand and a number of other projects.
And if people want to help,
they'll show up.
Just show
Tuesday,
up.
Wednesday, and Thursday. Heavy equipment on the run Monday.
Okay, so skip that day, but just sit back and watch those.
Right.
It's now 6:21. The second Game 7 of the Stanley Cup playoffs was not meant to be for the Seattle Kraken.
Unfortunately, we'll show you what happened in a close game down in Dallas and hear what goalie Philip Grubauer had to say about it. Coming up next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Local, friendly, efficient service. Isn't that what we all want?
At Perfection Tire, our stores are locally owned and managed. Plus, we sell the leading tire brands like Cooper, Toyo, and Nokian at our very best prices.
Experience the difference at Perfection Tire.
Don't miss your chance to get this year's KXLY Golf Pass, presented by Adams Tractor. You'll get 8 rounds at 8 golf courses, all for only $200. That's just $25 per 18 holes of golf. Get out and test your skills at the Highlands, Esmeralda, Trailhead, Downriver, The Links, Deer Park, Stone Ridge, and Twin Lakes Village. Go to KXLY.com/golf to get your KXLY Golf Pass, presented by Adams Tractor.
Life, it doesn't stand still, and neither do you. And wherever you go, we're with you. We're Global Credit Union, formerly Alaska USA. For 75 years, enriching the lives of members and guiding them on their financial journeys, giving them the confidence to not just follow their dreams, but to chase them. The future? We're on it. Let's get there together. Global Credit Union. On we go.
This summer, hit the open road in a new Toyota from Finley. And discover a better way to drive in comfort and style when you purchase a new vehicle from Finley. Finley Toyota's downtown.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now.
Call 1-800-435-6817.
There's working you. And then there's chill you. Chill you is more carefree and curious, more present, more relaxed, more fun. Chill you is the best you. There you are. Bring back your chill you with an escape to Coeur d'Alene, the city by the lake. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Shopping for quality tires but afraid you're paying too much?
You'll find you can trust Perfection Tire for the best deals on Cooper tires and other top quality brands.
Competitive pricing and the best warranties. Nobody beats Perfection.
Eventually, you knew the luck was going to run out for the Seattle Kraken at some point this postseason as they faced their second Game 7 of the playoffs in the last 2 weeks. And the veteran squad of the Dallas Stars just proved to be too much for this young Seattle squad. But it wasn't like the Kraken were completely run off the ice, as this game was scoreless 35 minutes into the matchup. However, from there, the critical errors on defense just added up and played right into the hands of the Stars as they capitalized on those mistakes and pulled away late to win the game and the series to advance to the Western Conference Final. But while the game is going to sting a while for the players and the fan base, knowing the opportunity was there, this season as a whole has to be viewed as a huge success.
2 Game 7s. I think we've done a great job. I don't think we came out as good as we did in Game 6. But we found a way to battle back there.
We built something here this year. Started last year, but I think we took a lot of steps in the right direction this year. Obviously, that's not the end result. The end result is a little bit further.
Now, the next steps for the Kraken will be the NHL draft coming up on June 28th and 29th. That'll be an opportunity for this team to add some pieces and continue to build a strong future. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
Already can't wait for next season for the Kraken. Hey, and a big win for the Mariners yesterday, too. 10-1 against the Red Sox in Boston. Good morning, Northwest time. Now 6:26.
Destiny Richards is live in Coeur d'Alene with an important vote happening today.
That's right. We're talking all about the Coeur d'Alene public schools levy that failed 2 months ago and is on the ballot again today. What time polls open, when they close, and what Kootenai County taxpayers need to know.
And as Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is expected to enter the presidential race, we take a closer look at an anti-diversity law he's just signed in his home state. And before we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look. Oh! Watch this terrifying moment as a tiger shark nearly overturned Scott Hiraguchi's kayak while he was out fishing off Kualoa in Hawaii last week.
Tiger shark! Tiger shark ran me.
Watch again. You can see the shark barreling into this kayak.
Oh!
And this morning, that fisherman is telling his harrowing tale to Good Morning America.
I caught a fish, a small fish that I had turned around and put in my fish bag. And then I had my head down, tying hooks. And I heard this whooshing sound, and it kind of climbed up the side of the kayak and bumped me. That was scary.
And we'll have much more of this incredible story coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Victor Okendo, ABC News, Miami.
With wet AMD, sometimes I worry my world is getting smaller because of my sight. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments, which means doing more of what I love. Vabysmo is the only treatment designed to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye, or are allergic to it or any of its ingredients. Treatments like Vabysmo can cause eye infection or retinal detachment. Vabysmo may cause a temporary increase in eye pressure after receiving the injection. Although uncommon, there is a potential risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots.
Open up your world.
A chance for up to 4 months between treatments with Vabysmo. Ask your doctor.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by WaGrant.org.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
If you are wondering when is a good time to come to Corner Furniture, we may have an idea of when to come check out our amazing selection of fine furniture.
May we show you around.
Mayday, we're going down! For the best night's sleep ever.
Don't worry, you won't be dismayed at the prices.
It's always a good time to come to Kerner Furniture. And this May, during our Memorial Day sale, shop great sale prices on our huge selection.
There's no mayhem here, just great furniture and helpful staff during Kerner Furniture's Memorial Day sale. Going on all May.
We have your keys to fun. Tuila Casino is now Mr. Quack Casino Hotel. New name means new fun. You could win this 2023 Chevrolet Trailblazer or $25,000 cash. Play your favorite games with your Sun Club card to earn entries to win. The more you play, the more you win. Earn bonus entries Saturdays in May. Join us for the prize drawing. Saturday, May 27th, starting at 5 p.m. Tuila Casino is now Mr. Quack Casino Hotel.
At Papa Murphy's, we build your pizza with the freshest ingredients. You take it and bake it fresh in your oven.
So technically, I make the pizza.
Right now, get the limited time Taco Grande pizza. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker following the stories people are checking out online this morning.
The CEO and co-founder of OpenAI, Sam Altman, will appear before Congress today. That's the company behind ChatGPT. It's part of a hearing on the risks of artificial intelligence to society and what safeguards might be needed. This week's hearing may cement Altman's stature as a central player in AI's rapid growth and arms race for the best technology, but could also add to scrutiny of Altman and his company.
Martha Stewart has landed a historic spot on the cover of the 2023 Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. The 81-year-old lifestyle businesswoman is the oldest swimsuit model the magazine has featured. Stewart revealed her cover shot on Monday's Today Show, saying, quote, "I like that picture." The shoot was in the Dominican Republic, and Stewart appears in a total of 10 looks. Sports Illustrated called the cover epic on Twitter. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Tuesday, May the 16th. Let's get right to Mark Peterson with a look at that first alert forecast. And yeah, active weather once again today.
It really is a little wetter than we anticipated yesterday as we look 24 hours ahead. Well, now we've got the rain showers in and around our region, 59 into Coeur d'Alene. And again, we've got some breaks. We've got dark clouds, and we have 60 degrees in Spokane. Doppler radar has been busy all morning long. And we see this rotation, this counterclockwise. That's that low moving through. We'll see the break, and then we'll have another round. So that's going to be our day today, so just be prepared for it. 4 things you need to know is that we'll have more thunderstorms today than yesterday. We did have a few. They're going to be stronger, more widespread. Heavy rain possible in around those thunderstorms, so there's a flood watch for those areas, and record heat coming in for the weekend. Forecast radar, yeah, it's going to be busy. We're going to see these rotating all around. Again, this afternoon, we'll see it. Overnight, we'll see this drop through. That's going to trigger thunderstorm activity as well, and that takes us into Wednesday, where once again we will see that. So we're going to see our day progressively get warmer. Also, we're going to get that round of shower and thunderstorm activity. Our high today, a much above average 84 degrees.
A $25 million supplemental levy is up for a vote in Kootenai County 2 months after it failed.
Coeur d'Alene Public Schools says more than 300 jobs, 2 elementary schools, and dozens of school programs are on the line. Destiny Richards is live at the Kootenai County Elections Department with what's on this ballot and how it'll affect taxpayers.
Coeur d'Alene Public Schools is reintroducing the 2-year supplemental levy, which funds 25% of the school district's operating budget. It's also important to note that this time there's no perpetuity clause. That means it's not a fixed levy, and Kootenai County residents will continue to vote on it every 2 years. Coeur d'Alene Public Schools says it has a lot to lose if the levy fails again. School resource officers, nurses, arts, music, sports programs, and much more. Here's what taxpayers need to know. If the supplemental levy passes, homeowners with a $500,000 home would pay $140 a year. According to the Coeur d'Alene Public Schools website, the $25 million levy replaces an existing $20 million one that currently costs $76.17 per $100,000 of taxable assessed value. If the levy passes, that tax will increase by $19.04 per $100,000 of taxable assessed value for the first year, or 19 cents per $1,000. And you can actually use the school levy calculator that's at cdaschools.org/levy to see how, if the levy passes, that would affect the school portion of your property taxes. Again, polls open to vote on this levy at 8 a.m., close at 8 p.m. tonight. You can also do more research on all of our coverage of this levy on KXLY.com. Reporting live in Coeur d'Alene, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
And from the Breaking Now desk, we're tracking new details out of Florida, where Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a new law against diversity, equity, and inclusion programs as he takes another step towards a possible White House campaign. Governor DeSantis appears to be just days from officially jumping into the 2024 presidential race. A source says his team is telling donors to expect a gathering in Miami next week, coinciding with a campaign launch around Memorial Day. It comes as DeSantis signed a bill prohibiting state colleges in Florida from spending money on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, also known as DEI programs.
DEI is better viewed as standing for discrimination, exclusion, and indoctrination.
Along with preventing higher education institutions from spending money on DEI programs, the new law also says that state college courses can't include a curriculum that teaches identity politics or teach theories that systemic racism, sexism, oppression, and privilege are inherent in the institutions of the United States. Additionally, it requires schools to annually submit a list of general education classes for approval, and it also gives university presidents and boards of trustees more hiring power. Governor DeSantis also went on to say that DEI programs are a distraction from the core mission of higher education. And this move follows a series of controversial bills signed by DeSantis. He recently signed into law a ban on abortion after 6 weeks, as well as a law expanding restrictions on teachers discussing sexual orientation and gender identity through senior year of high school. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
The cost of attending most public colleges in Idaho is rising, with the State Board of Education approving a 5% increase in tuition and fees.
Now, 5% may not sound like too much, but it can add up quickly over the course of 4 years. For example, at the University of Idaho, it'll cost in-state graduate students $8,816 next year. That's a $420 increase from what they're paying this year. And that number doesn't include other expenses like books. During the meeting, discussion mainly focused on maintaining affordability for students, all while balancing increased costs because of inflation. Right now, Idaho has one of the lowest in-state tuition costs in the nation, coming in at number 6, according to data from the College Board. One of the board members says the increase would move Idaho to the number 9 spot, assuming no other state raises its cost, which he says is unlikely.
One program that could help with the cost of tuition is the Idaho Launch Initiative. Starting next year, the program would give Idaho high school graduates up to $8,500 to help pay for college or workforce training programs if they stay in Idaho. Preference will also be given to students pursuing in-demand careers like welding and plumbing.
An update now to a fatal crash we first told you about yesterday here on Good Morning Northwest. Washington State Patrol says a driver going too fast around the corner crashed and died, and their passenger was taken to the hospital. Investigators say that driver hit a tree near 9 Mile and 7 Mile roads in northwest Spokane. The driver and passenger were ejected from the car. WSP says they were wearing seatbelts. The name of the driver who was killed has not yet been released.
Just in time for Memorial Day travel, gas prices are coming down. AAA says at this time last year, gas was nearly $5 a gallon. Now the national average is $3.54. Analysts say fears of a recession have kept oil prices lower, leading to lower gas prices. For us here, still pretty high.
You're pretty high. Just gassed up yesterday. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:38.
Speaking of pretty high, look at those temps.
All right, we're going to talk about, do you want to know what the 80s look like? They look like that. That's what the 80s look like.
That's what your 80s look. Oh, you can't really see it. Oh, there you go. Thank
See,
you.
look at that. I'm just proving that in the 80s, I might have been handsome, especially if the lights were out and you had a drink. We'll have more on your full forecast coming up.
And the Postal Service is beefing up its security. Why? It says your mail and your mail carriers are at risk when Good Morning Northwest continues.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for cash, as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Hi, Kylie here with Dad at Parker Toyota. We know finding time during the busy week to schedule your service maintenance can be difficult. That's why we've expanded our hours. We're now open Sundays.
Schedule your oil change, brakes, and other maintenance needs at your convenience online, parkertoyota.com. Our highly trained technicians can get you in and out with our express service.
Experience the no-problem sales and service 7 days a week at Parker Toyota in Coeur d'Alene.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
Invest in community. Make new friends. When you live local, you support the people who make Spokane great. Shop now at livelocalinw.com.
Performance. It's what powers the 2023 family of Mazda CUVs. With standard iActive all-wheel drive and an available turbo engine. Helping you take performance further.
With effortless power and the reliability of iActive all-wheel drive, Mazda CUVs are built for the Pacific Northwest. Take a test drive today at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for cash, as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
All right, welcome back. The United States Postal Service is beefing up mail security during a rise in thefts.
More mail carriers have been robbed on the job since July. There's also been more than 25,000 incidents of theft from receptacles. To combat this, the USPS is installing 12,000 high-security blue collection boxes around the country. It's also replacing 49,000 antiquated locks with electronic ones. In addition, USPS is updating the process for change of address requests to prevent identity theft.
The CDC is warning of a potential resurgence of Mpox, commonly known as monkeypox, this summer. The agency is already investigating a cluster in the Chicago area where at least 12 cases were confirmed between April 17th and May 5th. The CDC says breakthrough infections are possible, but vaccinations can reduce the severity of the illness.
All right, taking a look at the 10-second takeaway on this Tuesday morning. It's going to be warm and muggy. We're there already, sun and showers. But right now, the showers are winning out on that battle. Be prepared for rain, and we're going to have 84 for the high. We're going to be right back. We thank you for watching. Good morning, Northwest.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
I really have an appreciation for furniture, and I like preserving history. That's really neat to see the team work together to bring a piece back to what it was originally.
We don't need a line of credit from STCU right now. Business is booming.
Can I be frank with you? The moment you need a line of credit, you don't qualify for it. It's a paradox.
Like the more I insist that I don't quality test the laughing gas, the more people think I do.
Do you? Anyway, no, it's like flossing so you don't get a cavity. Open up a line of credit now to stay strong when business isn't booming.
What do you think?
All right, let's celebrate. Go ahead and turn that gas on.
No, put that down.
STCU Business. Partner up.
Jurassic World Live Tour. The feeling is real. Experience it live. Jurassic World Live Tour. Coming to Spokane Arena June 2nd through 4th. Tickets on sale now. Visit JurassicWorldLiveTour.com for details.
Kelly here at Caldwell Toyota with the pups, cruising in this new Toyota Highlander.
We've met many new neighbors and come to love this beautiful region.
Our hometown-friendly restaurants, scenic rivers, Colville, Kettle, and Columbia.
Confederated County Museum, the golf course, hiking around Colville Mountain, a leisurely picnic at one of our parks,
Or just a beautiful scenic drive.
Our region has plenty to offer, and so does Colville Toyota.
Your small-town dealership with a big heart.
Are you tired of getting out of your car to open your gate? Would you like to control the access to your commercial property or business? Then call the experts at Northwest Fence to get a free estimate for your new automated gate. Nobody builds them better.
Love your home from the inside and out with new windows from Infinity from Marvin. Ultrex fiberglass is 8 times stronger than vinyl and virtually maintenance-free. Infinity's energy-efficient windows and doors are built for life and backed by our limited lifetime warranty. Give your home the fresh new look it deserves and find out why more people are choosing fiberglass.
Call 892-6460 or go to residentialhs.com today to schedule your free design consultation and estimate. Residential Home Solutions and Infinity Windows. Home improvements. Custom fit for life.
I really have an appreciation for furniture, and I like preserving history. That's really neat to see the team work together to bring a piece back to what it was originally.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
Well, one New Jersey lawmaker is in a fight with Apple over what he says is a serious problem with the parental controls of the iPhone.
He says the issue takes control out of parents' hands and potentially puts children at risk. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
This morning, a congressman from New Jersey is warning parents about a parental control glitch on the iPhone.
It's been open season for our kids in the Apple world.
Congressman Josh Gottheimer says a bug in Apple software can automatically turn off the parental controls. Those are the controls that prevent kids from viewing explicit content. And Gottheimer says iPhone settings that limit screen time are also not functioning as promised.
A few months ago, I started hearing from parents that Apple's screen time parental controls weren't working properly. They kept randomly resetting after parents set them. Then we checked, and we had the same issue with our kids, time and again, including, by the way, this morning. It reset again.
It comes as data shows children ages 8 to 12 in the U.S. spend 4 to 6 hours a day watching or using screens. For teens, it's up to 9 hours a day, far more than what experts recommend. Gottheimer says Apple confirmed it's aware of the issues, but provided no clear timeline for a fix.
Apple's dragging their feet on developing effective parental controls for their addictive products. Turning a profit cannot be more important than protecting our children.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
All right, around the Northwest now, 12 people had to be rescued off of Highway 504 because of this mudslide. It happened late Sunday near Mount St. Helens. At last check, there was debris covering both sides of the highway still, with no estimated time for reopening. The Department of Transportation is asking travelers to avoid this area until further notice. They say it could be months before the road to Mount St. Helens, the Mount St. Helens Overlook, I should say, reopens.
Here you go. There is your sunrise. Well, it's been up for an hour and a half or so, but yeah, a lot of clouds out there and some rain.
We've had the rain showers again a little earlier than anticipated yesterday, but the computer models, everything is changing in that upper atmosphere. But right now it says, oh, it's raining. In fact, Mom Dice texted in that it's raining, what, cats and dogs in Moses Lake. I don't know about cats and dogs here, but certainly we've got the rain showers. And look at that line coming out of Harrington. And we do have an errant lightning bolt there. So we had a we had a bolt of lightning, thunderstorms in around the region. We're going to see with the heat of the day, this increasing in intensity, 84 degrees. So that heat and humidity is going to create that rise, and that's going to give more powerful strength into some of these thunderstorms and heavy downpours. 58, cloudy, warm, and more thunderstorm potential overnight. Satellite and radar, yeah, we see the lightning and the more concentrated thunderstorm activity to the north in around the Colville National Forest. This continues to move. Moses Lake, of course, now picking up some rain showers, heavy rain over Ma'am Dice's house and everybody else. So that's what we've got, and that's what we're going to continue to see with the forecast radar. This counterclockwise rotation, pulling that down. Overnight, we're going to see it shift south, and that's going to drag it right over the right across us into eastern Washington, North Idaho. So more thunderstorm potential in the early morning hours We're going to see more tomorrow, but not with as much energy. So that's going to be the forecast for Wednesday. Is still a chance of shower and thunder shower potential, but maybe just not as much as today. We're going to see temperatures really into the mid-80s all over the place. We're going to have some at about 80. Deer Park, you'll be there. 78 in Despangle, near 80. Post Falls into Liberty Lake. But we're looking for an official high of 84 degrees today. We'll see that again tomorrow with, again, a decreased chance of intensity for thunderstorm activity. That's going to be on Wednesday. Thursday, sunny. Friday and Saturday, 88 on Friday. Saturday, 92. You see the Spokane Lilac Festival and the parade, 92 degrees. Should be a dry day, and that's going to set a new record, and then it's going to cool as we go into the beginning of next week, thankfully. Be a nice break.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. Mark, thanks so much.
It is now just about 10 minutes before 7 o'clock. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
We thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on a bit of a muggy Tuesday morning. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. 4 News Now is brought to you by the Tire Store.
Hello, I'm Richard Karisian. Karisian Imported Rugs. Because I love to buy so many beautiful rugs, we're overstocked and now are having an important overstock rug sale where all rugs are half off their original price. Come see us today. Karisian Imported Rugs.
Can compassion fight crime? 4 News Now rides along with a special unit of Spokane Police. The job? To find safe solutions for people in crisis. But is this approach actually protecting our community? Watch my special report Thursday, only on 4 News Now at 6.
A combination of fun and performance is why Kylie and I are excited to show you the Subaru Crosstrek.
The all-wheel drive Crosstrek offers an available 2.5-liter Subaru Boxer engine, giving you extra performance and power unlike anything on or off the road.
There's no shortage of space for passengers and a surprising amount of cargo room for your gear.
The Crosstrek has an 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, connecting you with your favorite apps and navigation.
Check out the Subaru Crosstrek and receive no-problem customer attention at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups and walk-ins are welcome too. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
Meet 3 students, all learning to save and spend their money with Chase. Freedom for kids? Thank you, Chef. Control for parents? Nice. One bank for both. Chase, make more of what's yours.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Hello, I'm Richard Karisian. Karisian Imported Rugs. Because I love to buy so many beautiful rugs, we're overstocked and now are having an important overstock rug sale where all rugs are half off their original price. Come see us today. Karisian Imported Rugs.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, we're coming up on 6:53. Let's get you ready to take on your Tuesday here in the morning sprint.
Mark is talking about the heat and some rain headed our way.
Sydney Charles has details on a debt limit meeting set for today with congressional leaders.
Kootenai County voters once again have the chance to decide on a $25 million supplemental levy for Coeur d'Alene Public Schools. Let's get to Destiny Richards with the details.
That's right. That 2-year supplemental levy that would expire on June 30th is up for a vote again after it failed back in March. And we've been covering this for weeks, for those 2 months, actually. We know that Coeur d'Alene Public Schools says they have a lot to lose if that levy fails again. Jobs on the line, programs online, 2 out of 4 elementary schools at risk of closing. But it's also important to note that there's no perpetuity factor this time, meaning Kootenai County voters will continue to vote on this. There's also an effect on taxpayers in Kootenai County if the levy passes. You can find out more on KXLY.com.
Well, a man is in critical condition at Kootenai Health in Coeur d'Alene this morning, injured in an axe attack in Wallace. The Shoshone County Sheriff's Office says the man was hit in the head with an axe yesterday morning. The suspect, 39-year-old Nicholas Johnson, was found naked at the scene and was arrested. Now, this is an ongoing investigation, and we will keep you updated as we learn more.
The standoff at an apartment complex in Post Falls ended in a surrender. Post Falls police say it started yesterday evening at East Celtice Way and North Spencer as a domestic dispute. When officers showed up, one of them thought they heard a gunshot from the apartment. They called in the Kootenai County SWAT team. When the people inside the apartment refused to come out, other people living in the complex were asked to evacuate for their own safety. Negotiators eventually talked the people into coming out, and the standoff ended without anybody hurt.
All right, our forecast today is going to be hot, muggy, and we're going to see shower and thunder shower potential, a couple of breaks through the day. But again, we're going to see some thunderstorm activity later on today. Doppler radar saying the rain is here in some areas. Some lightning strikes certainly to the north and to the west. But we're going to see more of that coming in later on today. That forecast radar has us, again, looking at the afternoon and overnight hours for more thunderstorm activity.
Well, today, state lawmakers returned to Olympia to once again try to pass new drug possession legislation. Right now, most parts of the state, law enforcement agencies have to refer anyone who's caught doing drugs to rehab services before an arrest can be made. Lawmakers tried to address this issue in April, but it failed to pass.
The cost of attending most public colleges in Idaho is rising, with the State Board of Education approving a 5% increase in tuition and fees. That might not sound like much, but can add up quickly over the 4 years. For example, at the University of Idaho, it'll cost in-state undergraduate students $8,816 next year. This year, students paid $8,396. It's a $420 increase. During the meeting, discussion mainly focused on maintaining affordability for students, all while balancing increased costs because of inflation.
Well, one program that could help with the cost of tuition is the Idaho Launch Initiative. Starting next year, the program would give high school graduates up to $8,500 to help pay for college or workforce training programs if they stay in Idaho. Preference will also be given to students pursuing in-demand careers like welding and plumbing.
And a major meeting is on the White House agenda this morning. The president and top House and Senate leadership are set for debt ceiling talks today. It's their second face-to-face regarding the country's debt limit. And sources say they're reviewing proposals that would claw back unspent COVID-19 funds, streamline regulations for new energy projects, and impose stricter work requirements for certain federal aid programs. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen firing off another warning this week, saying that any further delay could leave the U.S. unable to pay its bills as soon as June 1st. More details on today's meeting is coming up next on Good Morning America.
An update to a fatal crash we first told you about yesterday on Good Morning Northwest. The Washington State Patrol says a 26-year-old driver going too fast around a corner crashed and died. A passenger was taken to the hospital. Investigators say the driver hit a tree near 9 Mile and 7 Mile roads. The driver and passenger were thrown from the car. WSP says they were wearing seatbelts. The name of the driver nor the passenger have been released yet.
Gas prices are coming down. AAA says this time last year, gas was nearly $5 a gallon. The national average is $3.54. Analysts, though, say fears of a recession have kept oil prices lower, leading to lower gas prices.
Drivers using I-90 in both directions between Spokane Valley and Liberty Lake should expect delays this week. Crews are working on the new Kramer Parkway undercrossing. Starting at 7 tonight until 5 tomorrow morning, crews will close the right lane of eastbound I-90, followed by the left eastbound lane. The same thing the following night.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
You rang? What's up?
I got hit by a car.
Ooh. Lucky you, just a couple of scratches. I think we can settle this.
Don't accept that check. Craig Swamp and Associates will take it from here.
After an accident, the insurance company wants to settle with you for as small of a check as possible, like this one. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
All right, taking a live look out there. It is a warm and in many areas wet start to the day. You see a couple of breaks, but left and right could very well be the rain showers. Highs are around 60, or the current temperatures are around 60. Highs will be in the 80s. As we look at our planning forecast, 84 today and tomorrow. More numerous and more severe thunderstorm potential today than tomorrow. By Thursday, sunny. It's going to be hot, 87 degrees. Record heat coming in Friday and Saturday. And then we start a bit of a cool down. But boy, today and tomorrow could be rocking.
Okay.
Mark, thank you so much. And thank you for being with us. We'll have updates throughout Good Morning America, which starts in just a couple of seconds.